at the end of the day, there are certain things that remain with you. How do you deal with that emotionally? Like playing such an intense role?
Yeah. I was asked this question, like, are you a switch on, switch off actor? And I don't think I'm a switch off actor, because of course when you're on set and when you're shooting, you are on. But when it's off, it's not off, it's more like on standby mode, because whether it's between takes or whether it's once I go back home and come back to set the next day, I can't like just forget about my character completely. Somewhere it's still there at the back of your head. You're thinking about the scene, you're thinking about what your next day is going to be like, you're thinking about what you could have done differently. Sometimes, some scenes have a huge impact on you, so you're thinking about that. So it's not like, you're thinking about mannerisms. So it's not like at least for me, it's not like I completely just forget about my character when I'm not in front of the camera. And I do things consciously to try and take my mind off it, so that when I go back to work the next day, I'm fresh. It's not like I'm constantly only thinking about the film or the character all the time. I do try and do different things. My point being that I will do things to sort of take me away from it, but subconsciously it's still there with you.
Also, you had mentioned in a recent interview that your depression had resurfaced while shooting for Chhapaak. So is that because you were literally in the shoes of an acid attack survivor?
I wouldn't say my depression came back. That would have been very extreme. I felt the anxiety was coming back. I was feeling very low emotionally. And I think that's because the character took a toll on me. I wouldn't say the depression came back. There are characters that have that sort of effect on you when you're playing certain characters. And at a professional level, I feel good that I felt that way, because if I was not feeling that way, I'd always question, did I give enough of myself to it? But at a personal level, you're really struggling, so it's always that strange dichotomy of like, how much is too much.
And being a fighter and survivor yourself, when a lot of people don't understand what you're going through, how does that make you feel? Because there are so many people who cannot fathom that someone like Deepika Padukone can, undergo depression, as in, although you've spoken about it so often, and there are still people out there who think that, we don't understand what she's talking about. Do you think that's a reason why, that is another topic that needs to, go out there? And
yes, and I mean, that's what we do through the foundation. We do talk about mental health, the importance of mental health. We talk about mental illness, and that's what I did in 2014 when I came out with my story on depression. I think we've come a long way since then. I feel like our country has evolved in terms of our understanding and our acceptance of mental health. I think through reporting, I think the media is doing a great job in writing so much more about it. There's so much more awareness. So we're definitely on the right path. But I think we still have a long way to go for it to become a part of our everyday lifestyle. And that's what it needs to be. Our mental health and physical health needs to be a part of our everyday lifestyle. It's not something that can conveniently come in and go when it's convenient for us. So hopefully one day, we'll get to that place. But at least, people have been receptive. People understand it. On ground, we can definitely see a lot of change, and I feel like the media has a huge role to play in that.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.